Hey, Coach. Great sweater. First, everyone doing okay? O'Shea and Patrick McCaw.
Yeah, they're doing okay. I mean, they're both planning on being available tomorrow. They're not you know fantastically 100% or anything, but they're both going to be able to go as of right now. So we'll see.
And then in terms of the games last night, I'm sure you got a chance to watch the peaceful protests during the anthem beforehand. What were your thoughts on that and how powerful that moment was?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very impactful. I thought it was very well done. Um, I don't know. As I watched it, I thought you could feel it stirring some emotions in your heart, and in your mind, and that to me means it was impactful, right? I'm sure a lot of people felt as I did.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
We're going to go next to Malika Andrews, who's there in person.
Hey, an in-person one.
Nick, systemic racism, police brutality is a universal thing, but in this specific brand of it, the rate it's uniquely American. And so I'm wondering, as you're having conversation with guys, whether there's a difference in how you talk about treating the Star Spangled Banner versus "Oh Canada" when it's played pregame.
Well, I think first of all, we don't want to. We certainly have our issues with police brutality in Canada, right? We don't want anybody to confuse that as that is certainly an area Canada needs to work on as well. Um, but it does create a little bit different moment when you're playing two countries anthems. I think that this isn't about countries. This isn't about the borders. This is about, to me, it's about continuing to shine the light on, we need to do better in the police brutality area. We need to do better in the systemic racism area, and that's not just Canada, America. That's a lot of places. So we treat that as one long song tomorrow, right?
And then just a quick follow-up, not thing to do with that. It's easier to have buy-in when there's something to play for. These games actually count. I'm wondering if there's any difference in the levels of intensity in practice today, in excitement for tomorrow versus, the other games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the intensity is much different. I think the feel of, I think you're right. There's an excitement and energy there, but it seems to be very similar to back to regular season. I would say it feels like it's March. It feels like it's a game. As far as the games go, it feels like it's an attitude that it's March rather than November, October, whatever. Good.
Next, we're going to go to Vivek Jacob from Complex Canada.
Hey, Nick, thanks for doing this. You told us a while ago that when conversations began with the players and they were sharing their stories, that it was heavy, but it helped bring you guys closer together. I'm just wondering, I assume that there have been similar conversations in your coaches' meetings. What has that been like in engaging with that? And how has that helped you guys be even closer sort of as coaches?
Yeah. First of all, Viv, thanks for the question. You're exactly right. All I can do is kind of reaffirm what you've said. I think that we've certainly shared. We had several coaches meetings early on. Many day after day after day. We've had several since we've hit Naples and here. And you're right. I think there's just again so much sharing going on that I learn a lot of things, stories from Adrian Griffin. I learned stories from Big Cat, Jamal McGlure, Patrick Mutombo. We've got, again, such a diverse organization and team that we can hear all these different things that people go through in different countries and cities and all this stuff. So you're right. It's all I can say is that it gives me a better understanding. It brings me closer to Adrian Griffin and Big Cat and hopefully me closer to them as well, just because we're again spending a lot of time talking about things that what I would say are of substance and that really matter. You know, when a lot of times we're just talking hoops and other teams and whatever, you know, this is substantial, these conversations, and helpful. They're good,
And-
man. They're good.
And what about like the conversations with coaches on other teams? How has that gone in terms of formulating the plans? What's it been like to, listen to Lloyd Pierce and the efforts that are going on in Atlanta and whatnot?
Well, I can just say I've been super, super impressed with what the head coaches group has done within the NBA Coaches Association. We continue to meet. I think we had our last was 2 nights ago. We had a late night, because there was things to talk about leading into the opening game. For yesterday's opening game. So we were on there late 10 to 10, 10:30, 10:40 at night. All 30 coaches, plus a few. So it's great talking to Lloyd. He's been super, super influential and impactful. He's done a lot, he's done a lot of organizing, a lot of work. He's brought guest speakers. He's been a real focal point for me when I'd have an idea of something that I would want, I just go to him and what does he think? And he can help me spread it to the subcommittee and all that stuff. So it's been a lot of stuff happening, a lot of communication. And again, I'm super impressed with what a lot of these people are doing.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
You're welcome.
Coming down to our last 2 questions. Apologies in advance if I mispronunciate your name, but David Cilinato from La Gazzetta dello Sports in Italy.
Hi, Coach. I'm sorry to bring you back to basketball, but
Okay.
I'm curious about what makes you optimistic of you guys being there for a long run.
Well, David, we like to think we're pretty good, right?
Yeah, you guys are, but you guys are, I think, but I don't want to hear it from you.
No, I mean, in a good way, though. I think we've got some special players. I think we got a good combination of experience with some energetic youth. I think we play defense and really like to play defense. Again, I think if you play defense at a level we're capable of doing it, you can go a long ways any season, really, and again, the specialness of Lowry and Van Fleet and Gasol and Siakam and Ibaka when he gets blocking shots and making shots, and OG's playing, and Terrence Davis for a rookie's going to come out there and bang in some shots, and Norman Powell. I mean, it's a good group of guys, and we got some toughness, and we love to play and we love to compete. So we're looking forward to being able to do what we do out there, and we think we're hard to beat,
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to go next to our finish off with Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, Nick, I'm noticing your sweater, and I guess I'm wondering if you or guys on the Raptors have looked to the WNBA to see some of the things they've been doing for social change and the way they've taken this very seriously, as have you guys. But if that's something you guys are looking at.
Well, I mean, I can't. I mean, I follow as closely as I can. Just like a lot of people with the news, and obviously they've been in the news and doing some cool things. I'm just a huge WNBA fan in general. I've kind of always been one. I've been live I used to go to a lot of games live in the summer. It was kind of my fix of basketball on television in the summer, or I'd go watch it live. I got a lot of, I would consider friends that have played in the league and now work in the league and in other capacities. And I've talked to several WNBA players about coaching and trying to help them get better in that area, and talked about them about, possibly working, on a staff together someday and stuff like that. So and I really like the sweatshirt. I think it's cool.
It is cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Aaron.